Now I read, this is Ngozi Orabweze, the Chief of Staff of BRGIE, Bergie. He says, Finnish local investigators says PM Simon Ekpa has nothing to do with terrorism. PM Simon Ekpa leads Bergie de facto, not criminal IPOB. She also says President Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Godswill Akpabio, and Nigeria State is the real terrorist. Biafra redeclaration is sacrosanct. That is from the Chief of Staff that actually took over Simon Ekpa. So when we look at all these things compounded together, somebody is much more confused at the disposition where Simon Ekpa is currently today. But the thing there is that it will be difficult to extradite Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria, and looking at how he's going to defend himself at the Finnish court. I said it over and over again that Nnamdi Kanu was in UK and Nigeria could not do such extradition. But when he stepped his foot into Kenya, they played the dirty job.
This is True Nigeria TV, where we gather all the authentic stories and opinions of various men and women about what is currently happening. And don't also forget that you too can be part of what we are doing. Just drop your comment in the comment section of the video to be part of what we are doing. Drop your own opinion. Let people know what you think. We give you also that platform for you to also air out your own opinion and your voice as well. And don't forget to smash that red subscribe button below to be part of the family. Turn on the notification bell so whenever I will post new content, you will be the first to get notified, because we give you the real authentic stories and our unbiased opinion. We don't watch to argue, we watch to understand. Drop your own constructive argument or criticism in the comment section of the video. Turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and be part of what we are doing. Let's go ahead and watch this particular video together.
Simon Ekpa is going to present at the Finnish court and tell them that he doesn't trust the Nigerian justice system to go back there and get whatever justice over accusations of anything. So people are just pushing all sort of propaganda, all sort of agenda over this Simon Ekpa issue. Now on Monday, would there be sit at home? The arrest of Simon Ekpa or the detention or him put in custody, would it stop the insecurity in the southeast? Would there be sit at home? Yes. You see, sit at home has become a solidarity for Nnamdi Kanu's detention. Sit at home has become a solidarity. People are sitting at home for Nnamdi Kanu's detention. The court has released Nnamdi Kanu, but the government is waiting. The government is just waiting for a time that it feels that it can obey the court, or they are playing their political games. Many people have come out to ask for Nnamdi Kanu's release. The political elite, the ordinary Southeasterner, the whoever, who is who in Southeast have come out to ask for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Why? They believe that Nnamdi Kanu release will put an end to the insecurity. But yet, you are going to, or you are rejoicing, or you are making efforts to arrest Simon Ekpa, who you believe that he is the one that is aggravating the situation, the insecurity in the southeast. But the people of the region are saying that it is when you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is when we would have peace in the southeast. But the federal government does what it wants to do. Federal government controlled by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Akpabio and Wike, or the CGN, Kekereekun, whichever one. These are the people that don't listen to the elders in the southeast, the politicians and whoever that is calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release. They have a mind of their own. Many people went to meet Buhari to solicit for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari looked at them as if they were coming to play. They were involved in a jamboree. The Nigerian government has its own mindset. But the assurance here is that it will be difficult or near impossible. I've listened to so many experts talk on this issue of Simon Ekpa. It will be near impossible for Finland to extradite Simon Ekpa back to Nigeria. Okay? Then the next is Monday sit at home. People are saying that we are going to continue in the Monday sit at home. this Biafra of a thing is an ideology that was there before Simon Ekpa or Nnamdi Kanu was born. It's an ideology. It is something that a tribe, a nation have. So it is beyond whether it is Simon Ekpa or Nnamdi Kanu or Juku or Wazurike. I've said it before. My support for the change of a system is beyond Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, Wazurike or Juku. Because if we all put our whole eggs in one basket, or okay, we are supporting this person, do or die, is either this person or not, at the end of the day, if the person fails, we fail. So Biafra is bigger. So people are sitting at home on Monday. People are sitting at home on Monday. And we've got intel reports. Dr. Kemi Lawrence, she said some things about the northern politicians having an agenda in the southeast. I've told you that politicians are the main cause of insecurity in the southeast. A Vanguard report says that arresting Simon Ekpa does not stop insecurity in the southeast. That is the fact. That's the truth. Arresting Simon Ekpa does not stop insecurity in the southeast. Few days from the issue Simon Ekpa has with the Finland government, we saw killings in Enugu State. Now, some of these Fulani headers are taking over the forests in Delta, in the south states. I don't know what is the problem of these Fulani guys. I don't know what they are trying to achieve or actualize, which people don't know. The villagers, the natives, are afraid to go into the farms because of the intrusion of these Fulani guys. And who are they working for? Northern politicians. What is happening to the Sambisa forest, the large expanse of land we have in the north? They leave their land, they leave whatever, and they all journey down south, take over farmlands. Not that if they come, they abide by the law, they are friendly with their neighbors, they come, they kidnap, they kill, and they destroy farmlands. They have been doing that since 8 years of Buhari. Now, for this reason, somebody created an ESN to curb that menace. And ESN sent these guys packing. Even we had reports whereby the army were assisting the headers in the name of protecting them because they are Nigerians to commit this mayhem on the Southeasterners. Nobody forgets all these things. I had people that were attacked in my village. These Fulani guys, unprovoked. You can't come into my farmland and destroy in my father's land and destroy my crops, and I will be begging you for what? I will chase you away. So these guys are being chased away out of the farmlands. They are destroying. They go, they mobilize, and they come back. They attack the indigenes of that community. I've said it, there's no insecurity anywhere in the world that the hand of a government official is not there. There's no insecurity anywhere that the hand of a politician is not there. So what is happening with these killer Fulani headers, what is happening with them is that the politicians over there have a hand in whatever they are doing. These are facts. We should not play with the facts. So Dr. Kemi Lawrence, an investigative journalist, have said that these people are taking advantage of the fact that somebody who is giving them a run for their money, a run for their life. I think the farmlands in the southeast were literally peaceful. Just few days we are seeing insecurity. So Vanguard has said that arresting or whatever is happening to Simon Ekpa does not stop the insecurity. What stops it is find a political resolution to Nnamdi Kanu. That is what is stopping it. The Nigerian government should not be happy or rejoicing over the incarceration or arrest of Simon Ekpa because Simon Ekpa is not coming back to Nigeria, so that they will want to treat him the way they treat. Somebody said that so that they will have Monday sit at home, Tuesday sit at home. Everybody just pushing out any sort of thing they like, pushing out all sort of propaganda against. So when you look at the situation of insecurity in the Southeast, you know that politicians are highly involved. They are highly involved in that. And I don't know what a politician will gain from inviting Fulani herders into the farmlands of their people, and their people get killed. Their people are kidnapped. Their people are going to their farmlands out of fear, and it's going to affect the farming season. It's going to affect the cash crops in the southeast. Farmers will now want to look for something else to do than go to farms. People that have taken farming as their family tradition. We lack farmers in Nigeria. The youths, the young people don't want to go to farm. Now, those that are even going to farm, you can't secure them. You are supporting a particular people to come in and displace your farmers, because you can easily do like this and they import rice from you, from UK. They import whatever. You can import whatever. You don't care whether your state is producing whatever you are producing. These are the kind of leaders we have in the southeast. So, arresting Samuel Ekpa does not bring an end. What brings an end to the insecurity in the southeast is releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We'll continue to say this over and over again. Some people say he's a criminal. Let the court try him and let him face the deal. But you see, the court cannot try him. The court cannot take him anywhere, because Nigeria has he that comes to equity must come with clean hands. Nigerians' hands are not clean. Even an ordinary charge and bail lawyer can defend Samuel Ekpa in a court of law in Finnish. Ordinary charge and bail lawyer. Because the atrocities that the Nigerian army in Obosi killed hundreds of people that were protesting unprovoked, killed hundreds. Do you know what it is? Those that are calling Nnamdi Kanu what? Do you know what it is that you are protesting? For instance, the End Bad Governance protesters. Army just come and killed hundreds of people like they did to the Shiites. And over at home, the Fulani are running rampage, entering. They even kidnapped an Anglican, I think is a Methodist or Anglican priest, and demanded 100 million. To that extent, in the southeast, these Fulani herders come out from the bush, kidnap. Do you know what it means? Kidnap a priest. All these things were happening. Nigerian government playing with the security situation. Sometime in, I think, in the Middle Belt, there are reports that army were assisting the Fulani herders, Fulani terrorists, Fulani killers, to maim the people. Army were offering assistance and cover. When the Fulani go and kill, army playing, we are separating, and don't. When this Fulani is going to attack, the army disappears. After the Fulani finish attacking, and the people want to retaliate, that's when the army will appear. That is the game they've been playing. This is the essence of us bringing in repentant Boko Haram into the army, so that they can come and the repentant Boko Haram, in quotes, can defend and support their brothers that are actually killing people. For this reason, you see all sort of people rising up in the southeast to defend their land, since the government has decided to play politics with whatever is happening in the southeast. Since it is clear that the government wants the southeast to be unstable, it is clear to the blind. It is very, very clear. So whatever that is happening today, Samuel Ekpa's arrest will not bring an end to insecurity. It is Nnamdi Kanu's release that will bring an end to the insecurity, so that we will know for sure. We will know for sure. But the government would not want to do. We will know which politicians are involved in whatever they are doing. We will know. But the government knows what they are doing. That's why they don't win anything. If you take government to court in ECOWAS, AU, IMF, they don't win. They can't win because they are not. This human rights violation is becoming too much, becoming excess, becoming unbearable. The violations are just, I just don't understand. I don't understand. So this investigative journalist has been exposing, telling the government will do as if they don't hear. We are on it. You allow these people infiltrate this forest. You can't send them back because Some of the governors in the southeast are loyal to the Fulani. Some of our lawmakers are loyal to the Fulani. Some of them get their post because of their allegiance. They swear an oath with the Fulani. That is our Igbo lawmakers to Fiakwa. God forbid. God forbid. This is what she said. That is Dr. Kemi Oloyo. She said, 8 years ago today, on the 24th of November 2016, Amnesty International accused Nigerian security forces of killing at least 150 Biafra peaceful advocates. The rights group also said Nigerian military fired live ammunition with little or no warning to disperse members of the indigenous people of Biafra group between August 2015 and August 2016. But the military and police dismissed the allegations and say it was aimed to tarnish the security forces' reputation. Now, today, those IPOB protesters have been forgotten by many, including the mainstream media owned by politicians and businessmen. The faces of the dead must never be forgotten. They must remain in the news. This is what a Southwest investigative journalist, Dr. Kemi Oloyo, said. 8 years ago, the Nigerian security forces killed 150, not less than 150 protesters, Biafran protesters, IPOB protesters, unprovoked, no prior warning, no nothing. They just brought out their gun and they started killing. They killed 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, then 150. They went on to pick up young Southeasterners, maltreated them, put them in the mud, all sort of inhuman treatments. Some of them are arrested, taken to prisons till today. Even the mainstream media, nobody's talking about these people that are being killed in the Southeast. This is what happened. Amnesty International accused the Nigerian government. You saw videos in respect to that. Thank God for social media. If not, if we have been relying on the mainstream media to report some of the things that are happening in the Southeast, then it would have been long forgotten, because there's what they call agenda setting. Agenda is, they have an agenda, they set it, they want people to see the news the way they want people to see it. They want to tell you the news they want you to know about. They determine the news that you know about because they believe they control, they are gatekeepers. They control what information comes in and goes out. But now, social media has become a leveler. According to Elon Musk, he said that you are the media, I am the media. So, mainstream media houses, no one is talking about the 150 Biafrans that have been killed. This becomes the genesis of whatever armed struggle, because you cannot be protesting, lawfully, and the soldier just feels like he doesn't like your face, then he brings out his gun and starts killing you. I've asked this question. I'm asking any police person this question. As a civilian, maybe the police is a civilian, and you see a drunk police officer who brings out a gun and is determined to kill you, what will you do? Would you open your hands and let him kill you? That's the question. Would you open your hands and let him kill you? Or you have the right to self-defense that God in heaven, not human being, God in heaven gave you the right to self-defense. Won't you explore the right to self-defense? Look at what happened with the NSAS protesters. Look at what happened with the End Bad Governance protesters. The same thing. Look at what happened with Yusuf of Boko Haram. The same pattern that the Nigerian security officers are moving with. No wonder nobody wants to admit them into the Human Rights Council. Why? And you're asking for a seat at the G20. What seat? Looking at the human rights abuse, human rights violation of your people. Nobody feels he can get justice. Justice is for the highest bidder. I said it that Tinubu controls the executive, Akpabio controls the legislature, then Wike controls the judiciary. Do you think it's Kekereku? An FCC minister will take a land from Julius Berger and start building houses. And people that are educated, that are professors, will say there's nothing there now. You start building houses for the judge. for the judge. You have a case in court, but you are, through your position in government, through the back door, you are bribing. Through the back door, you are bribing the justice system with houses, building houses for them and giving them houses. And the Chief Justice of the so-called Nigeria collected and they took them picture on national TV. And you take this to a foreign country like Finland, and they will look at you and say, this one, that justice is for sale. It is the highest bidder that gets justice in Nigeria. Do you think that they will move somebody from Finland to Nigeria? That human rights violations are here and there. These are many others. Many people are languishing in prison because of just protesting. Nobody comes to their aid. People, there is forceful disappearance. Nigerian security operatives, sometimes they act like armed robbers. They just come, they kidnap, they steal from you. The police chief, IG of police, came out to say that we should not expose police on social media. Why? Without this evidence on social media, don't you think that there will be denial? This is what this is the reaction of the Nigerian government on Amnesty International report. They said it was aimed to tarnish the reputation of the security forces, something that is a video evidence to that respect. Something that it is happening before the eyes of people every day. People are not comfortable where we have security officers. If there's an army here, there's a police here, there's a checkpoint here, the citizens are not safe. It seems like they are safe with even the so-called armed robbers than the even Nigerian police force. So they came out to say that it was aimed to tarnish the reputation of the Nigerian security force. Why won't they deny? So the genesis of this whole thing being caused by the government. And we remember 8 years ago that 150 IPOB guys were killed. And thereafter, the onslaught began. And thereafter, the right to self-defense. So these guys started looking for ways to defend themselves, because you cannot come and kill 150 people and you deny it. And these people have families, they have people. They are not animals. They are human beings that God created. You just come and have the right to kill them. And they are telling you that it's our right to say we don't want to be in Nigeria anymore. And you are coming to kill. So you are, this is just a barbaric, somebody is like civil process. You now carry your gun and kill the person. As if you own the life. As if the life you are taking, you have anything. I don't know what's happening in black Africans. Is there anything you invented in your family and your lineage that you are taking the life of a person for doing what is right? When you look at what the person is doing, he has reason, he has cause too. The marginalization and everything is becoming too much, so he can't take it. This is where we find ourselves in Nigeria today. The Igbo man is an endangered species. And who is going to rescue an Igbo man? Or else he comes and asks for a referendum, asks for a change of system, asks for resource control, asks for regionalism, or even asks for a balkanization of the country. That's the only thing. So for the whereabouts of Samuel Ekpa, the only consolation there is that Samuel Ekpa will not be extradited back to Nigeria. And just look at the evidence we just put out now from Amnesty International. If you place that in a court, there's no reason for the government of Finland to bring Samuel Ekpa to Nigeria. He becomes a free man because it is likely he's going to become a free man with the way things are going on in Finland. It's likely he becomes a free man. Don't forget, who God has blessed, no man can curse.
If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please smash that red subscribe button below. And don't forget that we're waiting for you in the comment section. Please read or watch to understand and not to argue. Okay, because what is currently happening in Nigeria right now, we all know and we all can feel it. So don't forget to let us know what you think about it. What is the way forward? What do you think the government could do better? Which area do you think they could improve on? Or which area do you think they can also work on? If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that red subscribe button below, please. And give you a big hug. Welcome to the family. Thank you very much and see you on the next one.